Welcome back. This is the 24-hour, 24-day image creation marathon, and oh my gosh, we're halfway through. We are halfway through the 24 images. This is image and app number 12. Now, just a reminder, the marathon is brought to you by Instagraphics, that's my company, where I teach you to create standout images quickly and easily on your iPhone, iPad, or computer. Me, I'm your host, Grace Taylor Siegel, and I'd like to thank you for being here again. You are very busy, and I know that. So it means so much to me that you would take the time to watch my videos and spend a part of your day with me. I will do my very best to make it time well spent. So let's get designing. Today we are going to be exploring the Pic Collage app, and you can see this is the image that I created with the app. This is the guy with the dark hair and the blue cap. That's my son. That's my oldest of my 5 children. I have 4 boys and 1 girl. The girl is the baby, and you've seen her in these images. Her name's Julia. Anyway, this is my son and a couple of his kids, and they're all my grandkids. All of those children that you see, those are all my grandkids. My other son is there too. And we just had a great day out at this horse show. My husband is the one in the green shirt, and it was a fun day. And this is just such a, it tells the little story of how we were out there. And perhaps you can't really see the horses, but this tells the story of how we had a wonderful lunch there. This app, like a lot of the apps, it's kind of like half and half, isn't it? They either do one thing, but they do it well, hopefully. For the most part, I think that's what we've seen. And then there are the multi-featured apps that do a few things, or we haven't looked at them yet, but we will, that do many, many, many things. I like to have a few of each in my basic toolkit. Obviously, I have a lot of apps. I have over 100 image creation apps. Now, you can't use 100 apps. You can look at them, you can try them, but you want a folder that has your toolkit of the apps that you like to use, and then when you're standing in line at the grocery store or wherever you are, if you feel like, adding to your visual content library, which we're all needing to do that on a very regular basis, you can, and you can do very timely things, because if something just happens, you can just whip it together and either put it in your library or post it. So it's very handy. Now this app, this is, as I said, it's a photo collage, but this app also does the framing, as we saw in a couple of the other apps that we looked at. Moldive, it was one of them, and Fuso Collage was the other. And you may recall that they each had, their little quirks that made them different, but still very much the same. All right, let's get into the app. And I just want to mention, as I always do, that the apps that I'm demonstrating are for the iPhone, and most work on the iPad also. They're available in the Apple App Store. Now, I'm planning on incorporating information for you Android users at some point in the future, but for now, I'm focusing on the apps and programs for the Apple devices. And one more thing before we get started with the demo, I just want to remind you that because of the way I'm recording this video, you can't see my fingers on the iPhone screen. You can only see the actions that occur as a result of my touching the screen with my fingers. Please keep that in mind. I'm going to be adding some call-outs to the final video, the one you're watching now, if they're needed. A call-out's kind of like a pointer on the screen that shows you what I'm touching, or to call your attention to a certain area. But remember, my fingers are touching the screen of the phone, and that's making everything happen that you see on the video. All right. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? The app opened, and it says tap anywhere to add a photo. So I'm going to do that. I tapped right in the middle, and it's got some different options here that are very intriguing. You can see the green button on the top, photos on the left, and then the center is web images. The third is YouTube. And then on the bottom you have text, stickers, and background. Well, we're going to go into, I want to look at the web images and the YouTube just to see what comes up, but we'll do that after we recreate this image. So I'm going to tap on the green photos button, and you know where it's going to take me. Now, this is not showing me my favorites. It's so interesting to me how it picks and chooses, the different apps do, how they pick and choose what they're going to show you when it comes to your options to get your photos. So I need the working file because that's where my photos, my original photos, are located. And you see here are the photos from the horse show, and I'm just going to select them, just touching them. And then see the check mark in the upper right hand corner where the 5 is? That's telling me how many I selected. Now, if I selected more, that number would change, of course. So I'm going to touch that white check mark. And there they are. There's my photo array. Now, see where it says choose a layout? I can and I will go in there, but I like this. I wanted this. I just wanted to change the shape of the photos a little bit. So you just take your fingers and you spread the photo to make it a little bit larger and move them around. You can tilt them by just moving your fingers as you're touching them. So I'm touching these photos with 2 fingers, and I'm either squeezing or I'm stretching or I'm just moving them around. You can see it's pretty easy. Sometimes it's hard with the apps to get exactly what you want. You know, they don't move the way you want them to. But this one, not the case. Very easy. Very nice. All right. I'm going to have to make that just a little bit. There we go. I like that. I think it looks very nice. Let's press the plus sign. Now so I guess we can go back and, for example, we could put some text on there. We could put a sticker on there. Let's look at the stickers. Now, these are mostly in-app purchases. The starter pack, I think that's free, and you can see there's some cute stuff in there. If they had a horse, I'd probably put it on there, but I don't see one. So I'm going to go back to the little store icon that's on the left, and that's going to take me back to this area. And you can see Valentine's, there's a lot of Valentines, you know why. Some of them are free, some of them cost $1.99. Watercolors, vintage. They have quite a few. And several of them are free. So, you know, that's a good thing. There's one that's 99 cents. Look at this crazy one, seems. Oh, see, little black and white. I like that. I think that's neat. Too bad that's not a horse, huh? Alrighty. I'm not going to put a sticker on because I think you have the idea of how that works. It's not needed. So I'm just going to finish this so we can go back and take a look at some other stuff. So I'm going to touch the lower right hand. Look, what is it? It's a box with an arrow. What do you know? And we're going to touch that, and it's going to give us some options. And look, the very top message in the box says save to library. So this is an app that you don't have to worry about that. It saves it to your library automatically. You can save it inside of Pic Collage. I assume that's what that means. Facebook, your social media is there. You can make a greeting card out of it, and you can email it or send it through a message. Now, if you pay for this, I think there's an in-app purchase, $1.99, and it takes away any kind of ad or watermark that's going to appear on this. I didn't see any, but perhaps I just didn't notice it. So it has ads in it. So now, that's my collage. Let's start over again. I just pressed the camera app, or the camera icon that was in the center of the screen at the bottom. It was lit up. It makes it pretty easy. And that's how you start over again. So we're going to tap this, And let's see what happens when we go to web images. I'm so interested to see. So it's got heart, tumbler, cheat, cupcake, transparent. Let's see what that gets us. Fascinating. So when it says cupcake transparent, what that should mean is that it's a cupcake and there's no white background. It's just going to be, let's see what that looks like. It's not transparent, so don't fall for that. Let's see if one of the others might be. Well, you see they're transparent to in a way, but they have that. I see. All right. Well, if you put them in a frame, they are basically transparent. It's just if you have them by themselves. Can we bring this down? Yeah, there we go. It's kind of cute. So you could make a cupcake collage here. Now I want to go back. And I just press the plus button and it makes this little box come up. And I'd be curious to know what happens when you go to YouTube. That looks a little weird. Let's see if we can find something, you know, that looks sweet and innocent. I don't see anything. There we go. That's a trailer for Boyhood. What happens if we do that? Does it add that video? It most certainly does. Fascinating. So you can put videos in there as well as pictures of cupcakes and pictures of your own taking. And let's look at some backgrounds here. Oh, that's just really nice. I like that. Many backgrounds, and look, they're not nickel and diming you on the backgrounds. I like that. Gosh, it goes on for quite a while. Very cute. Very nice. That's probably not the most artistic looking thing in the world, but I was just exploring, and we're not going to spend a lot of time on that. I do want to tell you a little bit more about this app. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring it up here. Now this app, again, is called Pic Collage. It's available in the App Store. Guess what? Good news. It's free. So the fact that they have in-app purchases doesn't really offend me, because obviously you can use this. I made that collage of my family at the horse show for free. If you want enhancements, you'll need to pay for them. And one other thing that I wanted to show you is, you may have noticed when I went in here before, but you've got several configurations, not 1,000, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean, such as we saw in some of those other apps. But remember, this is free. And can you see? It's hard to see with this background, but if you go into the border, you can change the color of that. What I was trying to do is change the size of the border, and I don't. Let's look at the effects. Let's see what happens. So effects. Wow. You know, for a free app, this has quite a few options, and check this out. So I selected this, and look, it has a little slider bar, and it's going to let me lessen or increase, decrease or increase the effect. Very nice. Very nice. I really did want to show you some free apps. I didn't want them to be all, you know, pay for apps, because I know a lot of people are on a budget, and especially when you're starting out. So pay no attention to these error messages. Or this breaking news. The computer is supposed to be on Do not disturb. But now you're experiencing my life. Many interruptions, but we soldier on. So I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at Pic Collage. There are so many collage apps out there. I just picked a few that I liked that I wanted to show you. So if you want to make a photo array real quick and easy, this is the app for you. It's free. It's got many, many options without in-app purchases and many, many in-app purchases if you want to enhance. So it's up to you if you want to add it to your toolkit or not. I just want to remind you there's a free PDF sheet download with information for this app and every app in the marathon on my website at instagraphics.biz /marathon. And please join my Facebook group. The link to join is on the marathon page. So again, just go to instagraphics.biz /marathon. Or you could also sign up for my email list. It's at the top of every page of my website. And if you do that, I'll send you a PDF. It's a list of my top 6 favorite apps for image creation, as well as the links to everything that I've talked about. And if you have a moment, just please like this video. It would really help me. It would very much encourage me. So thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm going to be holding a contest. I wanted to mention that too. And the prize is every app in this marathon. So that's 24 apps. And yes, there are a few free ones, but there are many, many more paid. And so if you win, you're going to be able to try out and use every app that's in this marathon. And as you'll see, we're at the halfway point. We still have another 12 to go. And each and every one of them is great. So please sign up somewhere. I don't want you to miss out on my contest. And I just want to say one more time, thank you for being here. I've loved showing you around this app. And I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow when we're going to take a look at an app called Mix. And that's our 13th app. And I just can't wait to show you how Mix works. So have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.